incidents in the first 8 weeks, so it's quite a busy period. And I know that spotting patterns is a theme that's very important to Barrachd and its clients, and it's something that was essential for us as well. We realised that actually lots of people were focusing on detecting and defeating bombs, but actually there were so many being replaced, literally potentially thousands being made and replaced every week in the country. It was a futile effort. The idea was to look at the patterns, to build up the forensics, the DNA, and actually go left of the boom, if you like, shoot the archer, not the arrow, if you like. So we were trying to find out who these finite number of bomb makers were with the requisite skill sets, because if we could remove those from the streets, then actually there wouldn't be any bombs on the streets and it wouldn't fuel the insurgency. So that's what we started shifting our focus towards. So we did some more work, and eventually it became good. We found some bombers in place of advice, and we went and questioned them. And it's not like you see, on the less favourable press, let's say. We don't even do so much of the Chinese burn. There's no interrogation techniques. I sat down with them for 10 hours and talked to them, and they've all got huge egos. And when I told this guy out personally that he was the best bomb maker I'd ever seen in my career, he suddenly thought I was his best mate. He said, "Oh, I've got to show you this design." And he drew this diagram. To summarise what I said, suppressing your fear, embracing the challenge, weighing up your options, accepting rather than fear change, not fearing failure, visualising the outcome, listening to your gut instincts, believing you'll win, and never losing sight of your aim. Which for us was literally to go out there and stop bombs from killing innocent people, and then coming home to our families.
What TM1 is allowing us to do now is a web-based data input, and it's a bit like Pat was talking about with Cognos. It gives us access to the system from anywhere in the world that you've got a reasonable broadband speed. You can enter volumes, pricing, A&P spend, all of that can be entered directly from the customer rather than having to try and put that together on all these spreadsheets. They can enter product data, and the people using the system can very quickly get a really good summary of what's going on. It gives us vastly improved data visibility. We can generate a 5-year summary, we can compare between budget versions and forecast data sets, we can rapidly produce management information, which was just a nightmare before, and we've got improved data analysis rather than data integrity checking. Every year this process ran up to the 11th hour, and people were still checking whether it was right rather than analysing it properly. So the business benefits to us really are data integrity, real-time data capture and reporting. We've got the opportunity for proactive error trapping. We've got a much more accurate final budget, which is really important because, as one of my colleagues observed, we are in fact an accountancy firm with a subsidiary. We're adding value by doing this, and we're not just checking spreadsheet data inputs.
You can make and take action on that. So what does it look like? This is some screenshots of the Cognos mobile application running on the iPad. And again, if you want to download this, again, if you go onto the Apple App Store and do a search for Cognos mobile, it's a free to download application. It comes with lots of good working examples, so you can have a good play with it. But the concept is again, it's the app generation. I can click on my Cognos mobile app. And here on my start screen, I can see up here, I've got my welcome screen with my favourite links. I've got the reports that are currently out and analysing and exploring on my iPad. I've got the ability to connect to my Cognos system and get more reports. So if I wanted to do a real-time report run again, I can connect to Cognos safely and securely and get my latest up-to-date content. When I browse my reports, again, you can see here on the right-hand side, here are all the reports when they were last run. And if I dive into a report, again, it will take me into the details. So now I can start to explore. This is a telecommunications example here, but you can see here how my telecommunications business is performing, broken down by region. You'll notice we can take advantage of things like mapping. So again, if I click on my tablet on the Scotland region, again, it will filter all my information based on that particular region. We can also take advantage of things like little sliding bars and these nice what we call swipe gestures. So again here, if I was to move my fingers across the Q1 and the Q2, again all my information will change. Think of this as a completely connected dashboard view of the world that will filter based on what I select. This is something that I did with a customer about 12 months ago around sort of social media and sentiment around these particular brands. So again, you can build some very, very highly visual, compelling content, in this case looking at what people are saying around these particular brands. Maybe they're releasing a product to the market, looking at things like the social sentiment around what they're saying in a particular region. And again, with the ability to sort of dive into the detail, analyse by a particular brand, analysed by a particular region. So again, the concept of this is to be very highly immersive, interactive content.
Planning Manager is the main focus of this presentation, and we'd like to look at some of the basic features and more advanced uses. Some of the basic features. Manager is used to create dynamic flowcharts and interactive front ends for the management of the model, so that a modeler can understand the whole model and the data flow. They can see how the model has been built up, they can see how it moves through the whole application and what the final output is. It's surprising just how many users do not use the Manager component and do not use the flowcharting facility. And certainly we, and providing support particularly to new customers, find that quite often customers do not have the Planning Manager component, and that takes an awful long time for us to get to the bottom of what might be their problems. Our own customers will recognise and they will take it as granted the use of the Cognos Planning Manager application, because we have flowcharted the model. The model is interactive, it's dynamic, it allows you to access calculations, it allows you to look at the data flows and quickly get to the heart of the matter. I've actually seen Cognos Planning applications where because perhaps they were unaware of it, or because they just decided to go down another route, where they've actually drawn flowcharts up in things like Excel, or in Visio, or even Word. And whilst these are all very well and very useful, they're not interactive and they're not dynamic, and they do not allow you to access your model and input data. I'm actually aware of one user, in fact, who has a very large scroll, but what they want to understand is that new people in the organisation, they roll out this scroll that takes up the whole size of the desk, and they take people through it and they use that as a training aid. So the Cognos Planning Manager is not only a training aid, it is something to be used to help you guide you through your model, to help you manage your model, to help you maintain your dimensions and understand the data flows between it. So whilst these other flowchart type applications are useful, it certainly means that you're not fully using the functionality within Cognos Planning.
What's in 10.2? Now I'm going to go through all this stuff very quickly, but these slides will all be up on the website afterwards, so if there's anything you're more interested in, you can come back to it. Well, I guess some of the things are, it's the first all 64-bit architecture, including metrics, the whole lot. It's got support for Chrome and Safari for all your mobile stuff. Notice I put runtime there. It's the basic consumer, enhanced consumer studios, not the more advanced design studios, which we still assume will be done back at base. There's a new dynamic cube source, which I had a quick play, and I'll come back to that in a minute. And there's tab workspace, freeze panes, a couple of nifty new features we can put in. And just to keep you all on your toes, they've renamed all the studios. That's what the welcome page looks like. Looks exactly the same as everything else. You will notice a few new names up there. If you're on 10, it's exactly the same before. The top one I think used to be called Insight. The second one used to be called Insight Advanced, and now they're called Workspace and Workspace Advanced. But basically, under the bonnet, it's still the same thing. And the third one down, which says Create a Workspace on my computer, is that thing called Insight. Now I've got a full list of what they're all called, if you want to see that and download it. There's a few environmental changes. One thing you may notice is there's no TM1 or Cognos Planning 10.1, but actually 10.2 seamlessly integrates with both of those, so you can have 10.2 equal Planning 10.1 or TM1 10.1. There's a few little minor things like SQL 2012 been added, and a few other things have been dropped. So before considering an upgrade, it's always important to look for this supported environment service to make certain that all the things you've got are there. You just Google that and you get it. They've also tied up all the licenses. If you need a degree in IBM licensing, and tried to standardise on the basic licenses. You may be familiar with recipient and consumer. But it really starts to enhance the consumer that gets to use the workspace. That's the sort of fancy dashboard thing which you can basically rob bits out of other people's reports. So that allows sort of basic users to customise their content without really needing to know how to write a report. Then the next lot of sort of intermediate studios, they're all advanced business author. So if you get that, you get to use all the other ones, and then finally the BI professional gets to do all the difficult stuff, all the professional reports and all the things that are more used and already delivered. Right, there's always a question, or people ask me, is that OLAP, that's cubes in ordinary speak. There's now 4 OLAP offerings, just to keep things really confusing. There's OOR, which once upon a time is called DMR, that's the one that you can just build from Framework Manager. It's very easy to use, but it's very limited, so I generally say avoid that one. And then there's this new thing called Dynamic Cubes, which has a limited point, which does actually have proper, it's got some materialised views operating behind it. So that, this Dynamic Cubes, this new thing, will allow you to build really large cubes and do in-memory performance enhancements. Unfortunately, there's no integration whatsoever. It just starts with all your modelling from scratch. It has its own designer. Maybe they'll improve that in the future, so probably one to put on the back burner for just now. Transformer, that's always been my favourite. Everybody will do. Long-lived Transformer, it continues probably to be the easiest and default choice. Finally, if you are really got a really high volume or complex processing requirement, the Rolls-Royce, of course, is TM1.
Now, the way that they were set up at Stirling was they had created what we called a multi-agency service hub, or a MASH, and the idea was that we would put different professionals from different agencies in that one room at one time. So the plan was 3 policemen, 3 social workers, 3 education workers and an NHS person. Now, in days gone by, when they got a call in about a vulnerable child, somebody would put their hand up and say, has anybody heard of Johnny Smith at 1 High Street? And they would have a confab, and if they found out that he knew something, she knew something, then they'd have a quick team meeting and discuss what was the next course of action for that child. What this system has done is it's pulled all of that information onto the one screen at one time, so it's all there, and obviously the key in the child's name, and it brings up all the information that we have about that child, and that's been a real labour-saving, time-saving exercise for them. The other thing that's a major benefit here is the fact you see the relationships. So as well as looking at John Smith, who is the child, we also see his father, his brother and his mother, and if we click on the ID for these individual people, it will refresh the screen with that person's details. So again, the social worker doesn't have to make a phone call or send an email, go to another filing cabinet and pull that information out. It's all available there on the screen and refreshable.